There's a kid in the class of 2023 who's being referred to as the next big thing, and a lot of people are even calling him Baby Jokic. So, who is this guy? Meet Gus Yalden. He comes in at roughly 6'10 and weighing 250 pounds. This kid is an absolute unit, so we're gonna call him Gus Bus for this video. A 6'10 power forward in the class of 2023, I think that suits him just fine. And as of recent, he's been dominating high school basketball, so let's dive into his story. And it's kind of ironic that he has the nickname of Gus Bus because he's been on the move his entire life. He's been moving a lot because his parents have to move due to work. His moving situation is not ideal at all, so let's take a look at it. Gus was born in College Park, Maryland, but grew up in Nebraska and Wisconsin, and he was planning to attend Appleton Xavier High School. But then his mom got another new job and had to move to Colorado. But for some odd reason, he wound up playing his freshman year of high school basketball at Mater Dei. But as of now, he's at the Asheville School, which is an elite boarding school in North Carolina. I kind of feel bad for him because he hasn't had a place to settle down and just worry about basketball. He has to worry about moving all the time. Regardless of his moving situation, it has not slowed him down at all. Now at Mater Dei Academy, he was younger, but he was playing on the varsity team, so he didn't put up crazy numbers. He only averaged roughly 1.5 points per game and 1 rebound, but he really didn't even play. Even though that sounds terrible, it hasn't slowed down his recruitment at all. He just had better players in front of him. He has major scholarship offers from Florida State, Maryland, Nebraska, Rutgers, Utah, and Wisconsin. And keep in mind, he's just in the class of 2023, so he's going to get a ton more. The reason he got all these offers is because he really came onto the scene in AAU. And he was more than impressive when he played for the Wisconsin Playground Club. In the EYBL, he thrived, and he even picked up more offers from Auburn and West Virginia. And if that wasn't enough, as of recent, he picked up offers from Cincinnati, Indiana, Kansas, Louisville, Marquette, and Virginia Tech. So yeah, I know a lot of you probably have never heard of him, but pay attention because he's got next. Let me actually change that. I wouldn't even say he's got next, he's got now. His skill level for a big man and a kid being that young is off the charts. He's not just a big man that's going to bully you in the post, he has a sweet shooting touch as well. And what's better than his shooting touch is actually his passing and playmaking ability. And that's why people refer to him as Baby Jokic, because he plays just like him. With that being said, I would like to see him improve a little on defense and move his feet a little more. But besides just being lazy and not moving his feet because he's a big kid and feels like he can get away with it, everything else seems pretty fine. And like I've already stated, he's drawn a ton of comparisons to Nikola Jokic. And what's so impressive about him is that he's so young and he has a ton of potential that he hasn't even tapped into. Once he matures and grows into his body a little more, it's going to be a scary sight. His vertical is only going to increase from this point on, and so is the rest of his athletic ability. I don't say this about too many players, but I think the sky's the limit for him. I think why all these colleges are really starting to fall in love with him is because he's so versatile on the court. He's the definition of a dream big man for the modern day basketball. And here's what Gus Bus had to say about his recent offer from Wisconsin. The Zoom call was awesome and really special. I mean, it's not like they give out offers to players at this stage of development very often, so I'm super flattered and kind of in shock, but so excited. And I feel like I described his game pretty good, but here's what he had to say about his game himself. I just love the game and I hope it shows when people watch me play. I'm competitive and hate to lose. I'm an inside out big man and I can also push it up the floor off a rebound because I can handle and see the floor. Also, I'm going to hit a guy when he is open for that easy bucket. So I think he described his game pretty good. He's just a versatile big man. And I feel like I'm hyping him up, but maybe he deserves even more hype than what I'm giving him. A lot of other recruiting places have even called him a stud. But even though he has very good ties with Wisconsin, this is what he stated in an interview about Indiana. When I first started getting into basketball, it was the Cody Zeller and Yogi Ferrell era. He did admit that Wisconsin right now would be first on his list, but he also said Indiana is a really close second. As of right now, he even said, I definitely like the Big Ten, so he's probably going to choose a school in there. He's still young, so we got a lot of time to wait and see what happens. I mean this when I say it. His post-up game has got to be the smoothest I've ever seen, regardless of the age. I think next year, if he played college basketball, he would do just fine. It's crazy to think, but he still has a couple more years of high school basketball, so that is going to be a tough matchup for any team that goes against him. Just the way he spins in the post and still keeps his head up and often dishes out to other players, it's just, I can't even describe it. It's one of a kind. The only word I can use to describe this guy is smooth. He's just a smooth player on the court. Whether it's posting up, passing, playmaking, or even shooting the ball, he's smooth. And just going back to the Jokic comparison, yes, he's not a flashy player. He's not going to do a bunch of crazy dunks, but he's a very fundamental player. And at the end of the day, he's going to put up 20 points, 10 rebounds, and even 8 assists, and it's going to be like, yo, I didn't even know he did all that because he's just a quiet player. He's not going to do anything that makes you go, holy crap, or wow, or get you out of your seat. He's just going to play the game of basketball at a very efficient rate. A lot of people don't even know this guy exists, but the colleges definitely do, so we need to start paying attention like the colleges already already have. Gus Yalden, aka Gus Bus, is the next big thing in high school basketball and even college basketball and maybe even the NBA. But however, he just hasn't received any of the attention and hype just yet. I'm here to tell you though that you need to start paying attention to this guy because he's going to be something special. But hey man, with all this being said, that's about going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. If you're new to the channel, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button and leave a like for more. And as always, let's be great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.